Hey, Shalom Akim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, Barakatam, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles, and great mistakes to the Akim Akwa, try the four corners of the earth, holding on in sincerity and in truth to the gospel of Lord Mashiach Yahweh Shai these days and times. This is Ram Nasher with the DC camp, short lesson for the hopeful elect. Yeah, so you just have to constantly remind yourself that we are in the nuclear age of warfare, and that is not by accident, right? We did not stumble to get to this level of weapons of mass destruction being housed in the powerful nations on this earth. And it's by the will of the Lord that these things have to happen. These are, acts of prophecy. All right. You have words of prophecy and then you have acts of prophecy. All right. So when you look at this, it says what? News: NATO and Ukraine to hold emergency talks after Russia's hypersonic missile attack. Yeah, so NATO and Ukraine got to hash out what to do to formulate a response against Russia, to see how they can rally their alliances to expand this war, because the elite know that they're on a time clock and they have to keep the conflict going. Like they say, always stir the pot. And that's exactly what they want to do. Stir the pot, keep the conflict going, and then when it's time, they're gonna make it go full blown. And this is what they have to do. The war is not going anywhere yet, but they have to keep it alive. They have to keep it fresh in the minds of the people. And a lot of people are crying and yelling that they do not want any wars on the earth, but the Lord says otherwise. All right. And then you read the first paragraph. It says NATO and Ukraine are set to hold emergency talks after Russia attacked a military facility in the central Ukrainian city of Dnipro using an experimental hyper ballistic missile. See? Experimental. Oh boy. Yeah, experimental. That's one thing we have to get used to seeing, man. They're just experimenting, testing it out, showcasing, to keep the storyline alive. Just like you have that 20-second advert in the middle of the football game. That's exactly what's going on, man. Something got to come up. Breaking news, all that stuff. So it's just a matter of time that the breaking news becomes the major headline, and then all the TV anchors and TV stations will be scrambling for live coverage, and that will not be a 20-second soundbite. It will be for the whole day, the whole week, when the war gets hot. Yeah, so this was a prophecy, man. You cannot ignore it. You cannot forget about it. It's gonna happen. A lot of people are not pleased with it, but these are the things that happen before the salvation of the elect of the Lord Mashiach Yahweh Shai. There has to be a disturbance upon the face of the earth, that would lead to utter chaos, and we are dependent upon the Lord Mashiach Yahweh Shai to deliver us in those times. All right. So we're going to get a quick precept from the book of Matthew. chapter 16, and then stuff with verse 1, and it's in the main points are from verse 1 to verse 3. It says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. All right, they're trying to get under Mashiach Yahushai's skin. Okay, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? And that's why the Lord Mashiach Yahushai has already told us what to look forward to in these days and times. What you have to expect. And then we are going to read the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, let us rise up against her. So, Russia will have to stir the pot to lead a conglomerate of nations to stand against the West. Right? They're gonna have to be in alliance with Iran, China, North Korea, and some Arab nations to stand against the West. And it's just what we are looking for. The people in the churches are not really focused on why these things are happening, but it's about time. It's about time that these things start to reveal themselves. These are the signs that the Lord Mashiach Yahushai, told us to look out for. Matthew chapter 24, and then we look at verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah. So you're going to hear this agenda of global warming being put on the center stage. And when they get tired of talking about global warming and earthquakes, and they go to the economy, the uproars of the people, and then they go to the wars, the skirmishes and all that stuff, and then the political landscape, and then before you know it, all of a sudden, the word of the Lord, just grips your mind, and you remember that these are the times Lord Mashiach Yahushai spoke about, and you just have to prepare yourself, man. The servant has to prepare himself to be on his watch. And that's the reason, this ministry, gives you an edge over the people. See, it gives you an edge over the people to know how to coordinate your faculties, the body of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you have, so that you are able to cope with the disaster that is coming upon the earth. All right, and you have to be willing to learn when to cut off the fat, you know, trim the fat and all that stuff. The unnecessary things that you can deal without, you are getting closer and closer to that time. So you have to initiate that plan to start preparing yourself for the things that you must live without. Okay. So Isaiah 9 and 19 says, through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as fuel to the fire. No man shall spare his brother. So it's going to be chaotic, you know. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be upheaval. These are the times we're living in, man. You know, talk about folks' animosity. It's just spreading like cancerous infection. So you just have to learn to see the spirit of animosity is going to start getting a heavy momentum. You already hear about these super, what you call it, ultra extremist supremacy groups putting out flyers around the country trying to stir up the pot, this area and this and area and that. But it's just how it is, man. They're being paid to do that stuff. But at the end of the day, the Lord has already made it right for it to happen. And hey, it's just the system of Babylon, bursting at the seams, right? So I will not make this lesson that long, but I'll get one more precept to wrap it up. It's going to be from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21. And then let's see what verse 31 has in store. And I will pour out my indignation upon thee, I will blow against thee in the fire of my wrath. And that is the missiles, man. The intercontinental ballistic missiles. Yeah, so that intercontinental ICBM missiles, man, they have not been put into real action yet. This is just the experiment, but the experiment is already generating results. So what do you think the enemy is going to do? They're going to have to take note and measure the impact of the damage, and they'll have to formulate a response. So that's the reason why you have NATO and Ukraine having a meeting. So, and that shows you that, hey, the beast, the beast has to get to work, man. The beast has to get to work, and it's just what you have to expect, man. You cannot have run away from these signs, man. They are there. All right. And then it says, really again, Ezekiel 21 and 31, and I will pour out my indignation upon thee. I will blow against thee in the fire of my wrath, and deliver thee into the hand of brutish men and skillful to destroy. Thou shalt be for fuel to the fire, shall be in the midst of the land. Thou shalt be no more remembered, for I, the Lord, have spoken it. And that's just how messed up it's going to be, in the West, when the wrath of the Lord gets extended into the land of the North. And a lot of people are not prepared for it, so it's just another journey that you have to remember. And then you also have the report that's going online about almost $1 trillion unaccounted for in the Pentagon's budget. So what do you expect? What do you think is going on, man? It shows you the hustle is real. The hustle is real. They're paying money for those old World War II uniforms that they had to bring back. And what did Esau do? He had to clip my video. He had to clip the video, man. He took it down because that's big money, man. It's a hustle. That's all it is, a hustle. Just like before 9/11, you got billions of dollars missing from the budget. And all of a sudden, the accounting section gets eviscerated. So what do? You move on. You move on with the words of prophecy. Records do not depend on Esau's records. Records are from on high. So that's just what it is. So just trust in the Lord Amashak Yahweh by Shema Kakadash. And hey, let's see what's going on over there in Europe, man. Let's see what happens in Europe. It's beautiful that the words of the Lord are reaching that limit that we have to be really, really, really attentive to. So that was the point there, Akim Barataza. You've been edified and, stand upon thy watch. By Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash, with the approval of Yahweh. Shalom.